Well, first of all, I'd just like to thank you for being so gracious and taking the time to talk with us today. We know you've been through a lot over the last couple of months, so we certainly really do appreciate it.
It's
And
okay.
you know, you have a lot of fans here, not just the public, but the media too. You've kind of become the media darling over the last number of years since you've started making movies here. And I guess everybody just wants to know how you're doing, how you're feeling.
I'm feeling great. I really am. It shouldn't be a loaded question. Really, I'm feeling great.
Good.
Well, you know, I'm hungry all the time, but that's different.
And
That's okay.
I understand though you're responding really well to treatments and things are going very well for you.
Definitely. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. Good. Looking forward to the big red carpet tonight.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's actually it's going to be a unique experience because number one, I'm really, really fond of the film. I mean, the making of the film was, you know, it was kind of like putting together all these different ingredients, if I may say that, and you know, with Dilip kind of conducting everyone, you know, at the head of the line. But also, I haven't seen the film, so really tonight's gala is going to be the first time that I'm seeing the film with an audience, and I've never had that experience.
Really?
Yeah, and Dawn and I were talking about it, and we thought that, you know, it's really important that, you know, once in your career you should actually go through the entire process of, as I said, you know, not having seen the film, just really see it as an audience, you know, as a member of the audience, as an audience member.
Is there sort of a nervous anticipation that comes from that too?
You know, it's more nervous if you think that you're watching your performance or you're being analytical or critical, and I'm just letting all that go.
Oh, good.
I just want to have a good time.
Good. Well, I'm sure it'll be great fun. Everybody together again must be nice, kind of like a nice reunion of a family, because it really is what I hear from everybody. It is like, you know, shooting with a family when you're on one of the Dilip's films or his sister's films.
Yeah.
True. Is it kind of a unique atmosphere when you work on one of these projects with these family members?
Yeah, that's what I always say. I mean, it's just sort of how it is, and I feel like extended family, or I've sort of made myself, you know, more or less the the extended relative. So, and I guess that's something that, you know, that you then develop a taste for. You know, that's why you keep sort of going back and hoping to be able to be a part of that kind of creative experience, because it's a nice meeting of, as I said, you know, sort of creativity, of course, and everyone's there to do their job, but there's like a certain warmth and also spontaneity, you know, that you might not necessarily find in a lot of other projects.
Now, wait a second, or should we keep going? Oh, exactly. Just keep going.
Yeah.
We'll just ignore it and we'll just keep talking.
So I didn't get them.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about the film itself, because you know it touches on a lot of things. I mean, you've spent a lot of time in India, and it touches on a lot of things of people coming there, experiencing the culture shock, the poverty and despair, and how people deal with that. But it's all really done in a very light and lighthearted and a humorous way, and it was so refreshing to see that.
Yeah.
Because you can see the real life, and then you can see the humor come out of it. I thought that was a really nice way to play it out, don't you think?
And that's also, isn't that also what life is like as well? Is that we laugh through, you know what I mean, through all our ups and downs and our trials and tribulations and adversities, and, you know, you have a good day, you have a bad day, but you got to sort of, you know, make light of it. That's the human condition, is, you know, not to necessarily, I mean, yeah, a little bit of tragedy is fun once in a while, personally speaking, you know, or melodrama, but, and I guess it's also, you could say it's one of the approaches in India, because you know, India is so overwhelming on one level. There's so much going on, and you know, you have the extremes of, you know, life and death going on simultaneously in front of you in the road, that, you know, there has to be a certain lightness to living there, a lightness to your touch, to your approach towards your day, a certain philosophical kind of approach towards it. And by philosophical, I don't mean, you know, as I said, heavy. I mean, you know, just
Sure.
This is the way things
This is
are.
life.
Yeah,
This is life.
yeah.
Well, you play a diplomat that moves to India with her husband, who's
Mhm.
played obviously by Don McKellar. This is his first time in India.
Yeah.
He really did experience that little bit of a culture shock when he got there.
I know. We were all there to watch it.
What did you see? What was it that you'll remember about Don and him immersing himself into this life there?
Oh, Don, I mean, just jumped in wholeheartedly, you know. I mean, really, hats off. He's just wonderful. And it was really probably good for the, you know, arc of the character because there he was, you know, showing up in Delhi at 3 a.m. as you do because that's when all the international flights come in. And jumping right in, and you know, India's just so full on that he was actually kind of simultaneously going through the same processes that you know his character was. So I don't know if that added anything to it. It certainly added something for us. You know, we enjoyed the process of kind of acquainting him with India because everyone has opinions as well, of course. You know, oh Don, you should do this and don't eat this and da 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 da. You know.
Did you give him advice?
I remember we went for taking him to a park. There's a beautiful park in Delhi called Lodhi Gardens, and we just went, you know, for a walk because we wanted to talk a little bit about, you know, our characters and everything like that. So I remember on that walk, you know, starting to give him advice about India. And then it was just actually so beautiful and peaceful, and there's these incredible tombs, and it was sort of the late afternoons. It was very hot, but it was starting to get really nice. And I just thought, I actually watched myself doing it, and I thought, just let go, just lay off. You know, everyone has their own process and their experience, you know, and I actually started, I mean, maybe that's when I realized that I was becoming Maya, you know what I mean? And not myself, because my approach is actually much more, you know, off the cuff and pretty laid back. And then, you know, I was sort of like, Dawn, you know what I mean? I hope you're taking these pills. And I thought, wow, that's Maya talking. Oh, okay, I'm ready to shoot now.
Oh, nice. Well, it sounds like everybody had a terrific time working on this. And, you know, we were talking to Dilip, but he was saying that either, you know, people come to India, they either love it or they hate it. It seems like everybody fell in love with India that worked on this project. So that's really nice to hear.
Yeah, it is.
Well, you know, I hope you have a terrific opening night. And I just wanted to mention I've been checking into your blog. And I just so admire just your courage and just your openness and your honesty. And I know it's become kind of a daily ritual for you to write, hasn't it?
I'm hoping it'll be a daily ritual. You know, right now there's just been so much going on that I'm really trying to get my blogs in there. I have so much actually that I'd love to write, and for me the biggest thrill of it is that it's kind of almost slightly alarming that anyone is reading them because I've been writing in my head,
thousands of
writing
people
in my
are
head,
reading, right?
and but also much more importantly. I think what it's been for me, it's been a great lesson in openness and sharing and a reaffirmation of that. Mm-hmm. That's really what it means to me. You know, it's more about other people's responses and reactions. And I'm so grateful for it. I don't even have the words for it actually, but I hope that people keep sharing.
Yeah, they certainly are because I
keep the cause. You know,
Yeah.
keep the flag flying as well. You know, because we will be cancer.
Yeah, and it's a way of bringing awareness to other people and helping people. And as I said, again, I really admire you for everything that you're doing right now. And God bless you, and we wish you a quick and speedy recovery.